We're here in the 13th arrondissement. You can see Rue over here, Rue Don. I just wanted to show you. I just had some water, and maybe. Oh, I hope I can get across. I just had some water in this place. It's a really funky little cafe. It was cute. They have. I'm too early for the luncheon for me, unfortunately, because it looked kind of interesting. Now, I've got to go to the Mitterand Library. There's steps over here, but they're doing construction, so I don't know if I can even get up there. Bonjour. Pour aller, merci. Okay. Yeah, there we go. These are the steps to get up there because of the construction. And there, well, that's the direction of the station and the metro line that we came on. This is an interesting neighborhood. It is Paris Chinatown, but there's so much construction in here, new high-rises. Look at this place, modern building, and it looks like, those are, I guess aluminum pipes, but it almost looks like it's in the middle of a forest. There was a mural over here. Maybe you can see it from the top of the stairs. And I took the 14 metro to get here. That's the express metro built for the Olympics. That is the library. We'll take a better look. It's an area in transition. Lots of high rises here. Okay. Interesting. The heights on that building almost look like branches. It's a Japanese restaurant. That makes sense because this is an Asian area. Most of the Japanese restaurants in Paris are actually owned by Chinese people. And old-fashioned building here, more modern. Maybe we can see the mural. It looked interesting. There it is, and I'm going to zoom in on the mural. Can we see it? Yeah, there, okay. Now, zooming out again. We'll take a walk around the exterior of the library. I think it's an interesting complex. What I like about it is that they have exhibitions there. They usually have about 4 going on at a time. And there's a huge movie theater here. I've never been to the movie theater. We're going to walk past this. This is all new development. There's a lot of, they must be apartments being built here. And as far as transportation goes, I was in the middle of that. There is the 14, there are a couple of other lines, older metro lines. There's bus service, and I've gotten here before on the bus. I don't really like Metro Line 6 here, which it's actually more the Gare d'Austerlitz, so it's not exactly here, but there we go. That line it's an old line, but I know very little about restaurants here. There was one place, Darty, the cheap electronics place. I went to a chain. It was new. A chain of a health food restaurant that I liked. And I think the name is something like X, but anyway, that was pretty good. By the time I got everything I wanted, that was, you know, kind of cafeteria style. It turned out not to be cheap, but, or in other words, I didn't think it was a good value for my money. I love these. Anyway, I thought the quality of the food was great. I'm going to sit down while I get a little organized with my stuff here. My arm gets cramped when I film, and I try to do it discreetly because, no kidding, the French don't like this, and some of them look like they'd like to knock the camera. In fact, they come really close to knocking the camera out of my hand. And okay, more of these buildings. This is the giant movie theater. It's kind of part of the library complex. I think the idea was to make it mixed use. The MK2 is the chain I like. It's owned by Mitterand Library. He's Mr. MK of the MK2. This is their big commercial theater, their biggest, or one of them. But it's a nationwide chain. I like this chain because they support independent cinema. And we're going to walk over now, just see what they've got playing. They also have a cafe here with nice eats. And then we're going to go to the library, but we'll look around the library plaza. It's 4 separate buildings. It's absolutely huge. And of course there's security to get in, but that's okay. And you can see, okay, Kingsman, that was sort of this James Bond kind of spoof. I don't know about Dear White People, the comedy No Femme, Cinderella, Hyena. Okay, I don't know about these. Fast and Furious, Les Jardins du Roi, Broadway Therapy, the Peter Bogdanovich movie, Taxi. Okay, Taxi in Tehran. That's the one I want to see and still haven't. Pyramid is a great big pyramid. Great big blockbuster type. I've seen L'Épreuve. I can't remember the title in English, with Juliette Binoche. She plays a photographer. Avengers, of course, very commercial. Premiere coming up with Girls Only, with who's going to be in this. Directed by Lynn Shelton. Okay, and then coming out is Naruto, an anime film, which is set to open. That looks interesting. And now we continue on to, oh yeah, big billboard for Girls Only. We're continuing on to Keira Knightley. Now we're on the library complex. It's on this platform. It's elevated. You always have to climb upstairs to get here. I'm sure there's an elevator somewhere. It's a wooden platform. And all of these buildings look like, the 4 buildings, they look like books standing on end. And we're at 9 minutes already. So I'm going to have to do this fast. I want to show you their ground level. There's this incredible forest down there, and we can see it. The Seine, auditoriums, exhibits, lecture halls. Okay, so they do all kinds of stuff here. We are right on the banks of the Seine with Bercy right across the way. That's why it's convenient for the Cinematheque. You can just cross the bridge and take a walk through Bercy Park to get to the Cinematheque. And I recommend that anybody who wants to go to the Cinematheque allow some extra time and take this nice walk over here. And there's a beautiful pedestrian bridge, the Simone de Beauvoir Bridge, and I will go there a little later. It'll be a separate video. Okay, this is not the garden I'm talking about. The garden I'm talking about, or the forest, is over here, coming up, and here's the theater. You can see it's huge. The cinema, the MK2. These are all efforts to redevelop the 13th and make it a happening district. I don't think they've yet been successful, but they will be. We're still not here at the forest, but it's coming up. Look at Paris. There are some good views of Paris, but we're not yet in the right spot. The restaurant Corso. So you can come to the MK2 and make a day of it. Make a day of coming here and the MK2. They say no skateboards here. That hasn't happened. There are skateboards here sometimes. Not today, but there will be. And we're coming to the forest. It's almost noon. The sun is intense. But it's also extremely, not right now, but it can be really windy on this platform. In fact, it usually is. And now I'm going to show you this amazing forest. See, they do look like books on end, and it's a landmark. You can see it from Bercy Park across the Seine. I think it's beautiful, but it's not typical Parisian architecture. This right here blocks our view a bit of the forest. I'm going to go down here. Of course, this is to prevent people, doing dangerous things, but it doesn't prevent, I think they've tried to make it hard for homeless people to hang out here, but they've been here. And if we go to the end, we'll get a better look at the forest. It can be pleasant to sit here. These steps are like a park bench, but right now it's just too hot to do that. And there's too much sun. And I think I better cut. We're at almost 14 minutes, so we'll pick up in a second video with this.